Welcome back. I hope all is well. I'm really excited about today's video. We're going to talk about 3 ways you can make passive income. Now I'm going to explain the air quotes in just a minute, but this video is not really about money or passive income. It's more about the different opportunities that you can pursue as a therapist. Believe it or not, there are creative ventures that you can pursue as a therapist. Now, this is not something you're taught in school. In fact, you're really just taught about clinical work and client care and all that kind of stuff, which is great and wonderful. But you can actually use these skills and tools in creative ways that you may have never thought of. And that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to talk to you about 3 different ways or 3 different creative pursuits that you could consider, not only to make some passive income, but also to explore some of your creativity. So without further ado, let's get into today's video. But if you haven't done so already, please do go ahead and subscribe down below. Hit the thumbs up button on this video, but only if you want to. There is no pressure. So first things first, why did I use air quotes around passive income? Well, the real reason behind this is there's really no such thing as passive income. There's a lot of videos made all about making passive income in all sorts of different fields. But the reason why I put the air quotes is because passive income is not really passive. Everything involves a lot of hard work. A lot of people think that they can make an online course and then just start making passive income. But what does it mean to make an online course? I mean, we say the word make as if it just means I'm going to sit down and bake a course, but that's not how it works. Making a course involves a lot. Let's think about what it involves. It involves filming, editing the film, designing a set where you can film. It involves audio. It involves coming up with course content, which means writing. I mean, you get the point. There's a lot here that goes into making a course, and this making a course makes you passive income. But I think you get the point. There's really no passive income. Everything involves hard work. I just want to preface the video with that because I don't want people to have this false assumption that there's things we can do that are so easy and passive as if it involves no work and we just start making money. Not the case at all, but that's not what this video is about. It's not about money. It's not about passive income. Although that could be a benefit of these things, it's more about creativity. All right, so the first thing you can do, and this is not talked about that much, is to create a digital product. Now, I don't mean some sort of free ebook or anything like that. I mean a tool or resource that would serve and benefit your community. What do I mean by this? So let me give you a personal example. I really like to organize information and to build websites. I really like to create databases and then put them in a website where people can access it. So over the last year or so, I created a mental health resource directory. This originally started as a tool where I would pull together different mental health resources like different clinics or apps or things like that, where providers could go to look for mental health resources. It has since evolved and it has become more of like a database for people interested in private practice. But at the end of the day, this is a digital product. It is a database that I have built that collects different tools, resources into a website. Now, granted, I have released this product for free because I want people to be able to access it, but it has allowed me to explore and use my creativity and my skill set in a way that I never thought was possible. So I'm taking my core training as a social worker, someone who connects people to resources, and I'm using it in a creative way. I'm building a website. I'm building a tool that other people could use. This allows me to build websites and to be creative with the colors and what the website looks like. This also allows me to design the layout of the website and to organize things into grids and different charts, which I really, really like. And it also, again, allows me to use my skills and tools, my social work background. Now, if you asked me this several years ago, would I be able to do it? I would have said no. I didn't think that you could be creative as a social worker, especially in the realm of connecting people to resources. I never made that connection. How do you make social work creative and fun and interesting? Well, this is one way you can do it. So another way that you can use your creativity as a therapist is by finding a medium that you enjoy to teach people through. So what do I mean by that? Well, you have a unique set of skills and tools. Maybe you really like DBT. Maybe you really like ACT therapy. I don't know, maybe you even like helping people start private practices. That's something I really enjoy, right? But you have, at the end of the day, you have unique skills and tools. that people could benefit from learning from. Now, one thing that you can do is to think about which medium you can teach people your skills and tools through. So, is it through video? Is it through photo? Through writing an ebook or creating an online course? Now, I think there are so many different tools out there that you can use to make this happen. A lot of them are costly, but there's other ways that don't cost anything. At the end of the day, I think it's about which medium you like. That's the expression of your creativity, right? So for example, I really like making videos, and that's the medium I've chosen to teach you guys the skills and tools that I have learned and that I want to pass along. Now I see other people writing ebooks. I see other people using short snippets on Instagram. I see people using infographics, right? I mean, that's a really cool and creative way. They can use digital art. They can use drawings. You can use illustration. I mean, there's endless ways to teach people things, and that is where you can use your creativity. So what are your skills and tools, and through which medium can you teach people your skills and tools? Be really creative. You know, that infographic one, like, to me, that's really creative. I mean, you can teach people things simply through using infographics. And again, you don't need to be some sort of world-renowned artist to do this. I mean, I am no filmmaker. No one's ever taught me anything. I just learned through YouTube. And hey, you can get half decent at anything using YouTube. So I want to encourage you, find a creative medium that you like, that you want to explore, and begin to teach people your skills and tools through this medium. And this final way of using creativity as a therapist is going to have two parts. I just actually thought of a new one. But the first one is by creating a workshop. Now, this is similar to an online course, and it could be an online course, but it doesn't have to be. But at the end of the day, what I'm talking about is creating a curriculum, essentially. Now, maybe this is a 1-hour curriculum. Maybe it's a 2-day training. I mean, this is where your creativity comes into play. But essentially what you're doing is taking your skills and tools and teaching it to people. It's very similar to everything else we've been talking about, but this is an alternative way to do that. It's more like a classroom setting. So maybe you can create different activities, or you can create different flyers or handouts or something like that. I mean, the ideas are really endless. I'm really here just to kind of get the spark going. Again, one thing I did in the past that really helped me explore my creativity was to create a 1-day workshop about starting a private practice. I was able to create PowerPoints and handouts and come up with questions. I mean, I was exploring and flexing creative muscles that I didn't know I had. Now, I thought this was really, really cool and really, really creative. I really enjoyed the process. And again, it tapped into a lot of different creative avenues. So designing a PowerPoint involved a digital art and different graphics and things like that. It also helped me write and explore my creativity through a writing and expression in that way. I mean, again, so many avenues just within this one avenue. So I want to encourage you, could you create a curriculum to teach your skills and tools to other people? So if you're creating things like videos and graphics and all sorts of things, and you want to teach other people, well, then we have to figure out a way to get those things out there to those people. And how do we do that? Well, we do that through marketing. Now, a lot of times we cringe when we hear the word marketing because it sounds boring and it just does not sound like a lot of fun. But it can be really, really creative. You know, I recently created flyers for my new group practice. I had a lot of fun doing this. I was able to think about different logos and graphics, and it was just a lot of fun. I was exploring my creativity through marketing. Anyway, I hope this was helpful for you. I hope you learned something. And until next time, I look forward to seeing you soon.